Okay, this is part 2 of the build your own high volume disc capacity 2.5 inch plastic storage rack. So you can connect many 2.5s into your test bed, or if you just want to use them to hold your discs, or whatever you want to do. Of course, again, this is dealing with SSD drives and 2.5 inch SAS and SATA discs as well. And what we're dealing with now is we have our side templates done. Now we are going to make our base, and the base is designed basically to keep it on a firm, solid surface area with rubber feet underneath it so it doesn't go anywhere, and create some stability for the housing boards themselves. Now, in regards to drilling your holes, make sure that, as you can see here, I've got a drill bit that's very specific for the type of screw involved, and then I also have this tap here that is designed to thread out the outer head to work with that arrow-shaped screw. And if you look at it really close, you can see what I'm talking about. That arrow-shaped screw can actually cost you the ability of reaching your drives on the sides, as you've got here, when you get into that screw. So by taking a little bit of the plastic off and giving some depth to it, using this style awl device here on a drill, you can improve how well the screw will fit to the device. Don't drill too far in, of course, that will cause a problem. So right now I've got my 5.5 inch by roughly 5.5 inch square base plate, and I'm going to cut that and get it into place. And then of course I'm going to drill the holes for the templates here, and I'll be back. So as you can see, I've got my drill press here set up, utilizing a very small bit that will provide me the threading I need. And of course I have my platform underneath it where I'm going to do the drilling. And as you look here, I have taped the two pieces together. Such an easy way to get exact drilling points. And I just basically hit these pluses, do my best, and I have myself what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and drill these and set them, and I will then show you the next step. Okay, as you can see, they are now drilled. I drilled the top pieces up here at the top for the pieces that will slot together at the top. The individual holes, and of course they've gone through the other side as well, and there are the individual holes as well. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put this guy on, and I'm going to basically drill it out nice and evenly to make sure that it's going to be able to fit nicely. And I can also tear the template off now because I no longer need that, but I'm going to leave the plastic sheathing on just to continue to protect the plastic as much as possible. I'll be right back. Okay, this is a side view, I'm sorry, but this is to give you an idea of what it looks like when you're done with them all. By giving you an idea of its full capacity, there's one thing I want to make note, that when you're doing the backside, sometimes the plastic filaments will fill in the hole. So when you go to use the awl, it will actually start drilling somewhere else. So just kind of help guide it by touch and feel. But basically these are the most critical components, which are the screw mounting points for the SATA 2.5 inch disk drives. Now, the last thing you'll have to do probably, and you'll have to peel the tape off and everything when you get to that point, is to retest your screws. Make sure that your screw's fitting in correctly. And if it doesn't, that's okay, because you can just simply take a drill bit like this and go back in carefully and round out the holes a little bit so the screw passes through a little bit more efficiently. Like I said, better to drill too small than to drill too big and your screw pass through. So next part will be me cutting the board and getting that set up. It's going to be pretty easy, and we'll take it from there. Thanks. And give me just a minute and we'll cut back over. Okay, so as you can see, we've got these bored out now. And I'll show you in a little bit later what that actually does for the screw, especially with these 2.5 inch hard drive screws, which are so small that you've got to give every ounce of capacity for them to actually pass through the plastic to be able to screw into the drive. So that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to pull off the protective coating here, and put 2 drives on this so I can build a stand, and I can then prep my base.